Mr. Tyagi, Mr. Palai, everybody calls him as Pillai. He's actually Palai. You know, my name, Gopal Krishna Nayak, a lot of people, they confuse it as a Nayar. Gopal Krishna is a very popular Kerala name, and they call me as a Nayar. I said, no, I'm not Nayar, I'm Nayak. And the other speakers and guests of the evening. By profession, I'm a teacher and get paid for talking. So here, since I'm not going to get anything, I will keep my speech very short. If I speak longer than that, you have to pay me for it. So 10 minutes is actually more than enough for what I'm to speak, and for free, that is. So since this is the beginning of the year, it's a good idea to think about what has happened last year and what is the future going to be, which is what the World Economic Forum is discussing at the moment in Switzerland. But a couple of things are quite important, and they are important for the industry and for profession. First thing to take note is that the deglobalization is happening. The countries which were promoting free trade are slowly becoming insular. It started with Britain, which said they'll get out of the European Union. It's unthinkable that Britain, which came here as East India Company to do trade, now says they will not do trade with anyone, nobody should enter their country. And then in the US, Trump is creating all kinds of waves because he has come out of a lot of these trade agreements with lots of these countries, and he says we will not allow imports, we will not allow outsourcing, which is, I think, it's a dangerous thing for the Indian IT industry if US puts some kind of thing on the outsourcing. And it's happening in lots of other countries also, that slowly the globalization which was happening for last 20 years is slowly not the fad anymore, and people are becoming increasingly insular. And as the India wants to grow with exports, and especially the IT industry only thrives on exports, it's actually a bad sign. Hope that this globalization actually will not stop and it will improve in some way so that our IT industry will not suffer in any great manner. The second point which everybody nowadays talks about is the rise of the robots. It started with manufacturing, in which we are talking about robots replacing the workers, skilled workers. So you can have a robot which can do the welding, which can assemble cars, which can assemble this and which can assemble that. Nowadays we have robots which actually do the surgery also in a operation theater. They do the surgery. And then you have driverless cars. When you have the driverless cars, you can imagine how many jobs will vanish. And so every job is at stake because of the rise of the robots. And with artificial intelligence and with the robots, with this kind of things, what used to be, the blue collar working vanishing because of the robots, now the white collar work will also vanish with this. So the job of a teacher, the job of any kind of white collar worker is at stake because if the robots actually take over. So hopefully newer forms of jobs will emerge, in which case we will continue to have something to do. Otherwise, it's actually a very bleak situation for many people. And the other issue is about how does this affect education in which we are in, and the globalization and the robots can affect our jobs very drastically, and need for the students to study or not to study, it can affect very badly. So this year, the beginning has been quite, starts with a gloomy note. Unlike other years, it actually started with a good note, but throughout 2016, actually every event has turned out to be, including the demonetization and everything, has turned out to be somewhat of a gloomy news. And hopefully that as the year progresses, we will see sane thoughts will prevail and things will get better, because sentiments are very important for business, sentiments are very important for the society. So the feel-good factor always brings out the best in people, and if you're feeling depressed, it doesn't do so well. So the newspapers and everything, we see the Trump and Brexit and this and that, all kinds of very bad news, and hopefully this year will turn out to be good. And I must congratulate Deepak Sahu of VAR India. Incidentally, in programming, we have two things. One is a constant and there is a VAR. The constant never changes, VAR always changes, right? It's a variable, right? So VAR India has been changing for better. So every year we see a better form of this event that is going on. And this year we see also the audience in the crowd participation is much larger. And I hope that this will continue, and it provides an opportunity for people to engage with each other, network with each other, and learn from each other. And all the best. Thank you.